It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more likely is going to come away with the win.
All teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go at Huntington Bank Field. To return, Jerome Ford. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be let out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Pickup of 8 on the run. And that sets up 2nd and 2. Again, it's Chubb. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. So now the Cowboys getting an opportunity to send their offense out for the first time. Bringing them out is a Mississippi State 4th-round pick in 2016, who's found considerable success in this league, Dak Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
It's a pickup of 11, and it'll be first down, Dallas. First down, here's Dak. That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Dak to the air here. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. And they're going to spike this one. No, wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. 1st and 10, Prescott. He's on the move. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Dak throwing again. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Gay's kick is good. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play action, it's Watson. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd down, Watson throwing again. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach, a play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 47. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives the Browns a first. From the gun, Watson. That's Tillman, he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. They give inside to Chubb. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Judy there to grab it. And that is a big hit right after that catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Watson. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Back out come the Cowboys for their 2nd drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Into traffic, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Dak off the play fake. He beams one deep right side. He's got it inside the 10. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys break the tie here in the 1st. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
3rd and long for him here. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Prescott here from the gun. This finds Cooks, complete. He's got a gain of 6 there. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 39. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Cooks. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And the Browns take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Cleveland's offense all set to take over. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Watson escapes the pocket. He's running with it. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and that gives the Browns a 1st. Here's Watson to the air. And down he goes. The Cowboy defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 14 at the Cowboys' 37-yard line.
Here's Chubb up the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
27-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up 3rd.
Throwing is Watson. Setting up the screen. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And he drives this forward to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal. Throwing now from the gun. And that one's picked off in the end zone, but no, incomplete, folks. He wasn't able to stay in bounds. From the gun, it's 4. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Watson now. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys and C.D. Lamb headed back out on offense. And we're all knotted up at 10 after that interception was turned into a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. He's got a man left. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing again is Dak. Catch made by Cooks. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. Prescott now to throw on 3rd down. Looking for a target. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. This one intended for the running back. And 4th and 4 coming up. Dak throwing again. Throw caught by his running back. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs. They begin the drive with Chubb. And they had that one contained right at the line. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Watson to throw it. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here's Watson. Bails out, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions to get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He has it at the 13. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The Cowboys about set to take over. 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Play action, Prescott. Throw complete to Lamb. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. To throw is Prescott. Dumps it off to his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Another throw for Prescott. Forced out to his right. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Dak now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Well, he sure has come out throwing a good ball today, and the passing game has really been clicking early on thanks to his efforts.
Yeah, his plays really elevated the start his pass catchers have been able to have as a result. And you know what they're all thinking right now? This could be a game where we all get to put up some serious numbers, especially if he keeps throwing it like...
Intercepted in the end zone! Juan Thornhill takes it away.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. All right, here we go, 2nd down.
2nd and 14 at the 16-yard line.
Trying again, following the sack. He'll get this complete to Chubb. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Got to figure out this 3rd down here. Chubb on the give, headed left. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. We've arrived at the break, and what a second half we're in store for. It's tied at 10 after 2. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Turpin with a return. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partners. He's wrapped up shy of the 15. The Cowboys, then quarterback... They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's looking deep once again. He arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Almost a completion of the wrong team there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Prescott here from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Throwing on 1st is Prescott. Finds a seam down the middle. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. From the gun is Prescott. It's taken in by Lamb. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And pressure drives them backwards. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunky yards here on 2nd and goal. Another try following the sack. Has it at the 7. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's Ford on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Browns getting their offense out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
2nd and 8. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Deron Bland has it. And the Cowboys are able to get the return down to the 40-yard line before they're stopped. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series. Not
the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Got Lamb, and it's complete. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd down critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short.
Automatic first down.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Njoku. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Chubb here on 1st down. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Play action, it's Watson. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Cowboys scoop it up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. 1st down, here's Dak. Catch made by Cooks. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
To throw, Prescott. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think? Where do you think?
Working inside the red zone. Getting out to his left. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and goal from the 9 here.
Yeah, here we go. What do you think?
Prescott will look to throw. Has it in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just expose.
Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. That's incomplete left side.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch them off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Back out now comes the Browns offense. And Bronk, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, gotta play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a third consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Donovan Wilson getting there for the stop. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground with Ford. Makes a cut to the right sideline. Stiff arm success. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
No matter what other stats you want to look at in this ball game, well, this defense can take some serious pride in at least one. And that is 6 quarterback sacks on the afternoon. 6 sacks, well, that's an expectation rarely achieved. And a sign, well, this group did their homework, and they're making it pay on the field.
It's into the hands of Chubb. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
A conversion unlikely, but the offense is going for it. 4th and 13. They're going for it. Here's Watson. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Yeah, here we go.
Dak now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And now it's 2nd down.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Jordan Hicks takes it away. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
So now a big play coming from the Browns as they try for two.
The Browns will line up for the two-point conversion.
Keeping it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone to make this a one-score game in the fourth quarter. Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust. And they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a one-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
This return starts at the 5. Trying to reverse it on the kick return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Cowboys and wide receiver Brandon Cook set to take over now. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick six. Need short memories here as they head back out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Prescott after that pick. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It appears all that prep work and studying that you quarterbacks love to do in the build-up to the game, Brock, it has certainly paid off. This guy has picked apart this defense much of the contest.
This is one of those games you appreciate. There's going to be peaks, there's going to be valleys, going to be mountaintops. Just like pitchers don't have all their stuff every time out, well, when you do and you're electric, it's sure fun to play.
It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, Prescott. It's caught, Ferguson. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Ferguson there to bring it in. And they bring him down around the 34.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Back to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. Another throw for Prescott. Quick slant complete. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his second touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game?
Yep.
Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys lead by 15 now.
Browns 18.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And they're coming off a 3rd interception thrown, Brock. That last one costing them what looked to be a very good drive.
Yeah, I could put this offense, frankly, at a breaking point when it comes to this passing game. The turnovers have just been a consistent problem. And that last one really stings because it kept points off the board.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throw reeled in by Njoku. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He's on the move. He's keeping it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Here's Watson. Connection made to Judy. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Need to work as quick as you can here, Brock. 2 timeouts left, down 2 scores. It's 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Watson. That one complete to Njoku. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He's got time here. Now he's forced out right. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for a 1st and goal. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Working from the gun, Watson. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Cowboys will gain possession up beyond their own 20 after a nice return.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. Now the Browns spend their final timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Lining up to take a knee on second down. With the win all set, Cowboys in victory formation, and they take a knee.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. He'll take a knee here as that clock approaches the 40 seconds remaining mark.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Fourth down now, another kneel would stop the clock and turn it over. Let's see what they do here. They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down. All right, one more snap to play here.
This is it.
One final shot here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to their ears hearing those fans voice their displeasure.
It is so sweet, Kate, when you win on the road for a couple reasons. Yeah, I do remember. I remember silencing those road crowds. There's no better feeling than to hear, those boos and those cheers and all that noise just silenced because you beat them in their building. You know the other great sound? The plane ride home. Those are some of the greatest memories you have to celebrate that road victory and a whole road trip home to take it all in.